All right, there we go. Now let's start our live Q&A. Hi, welcome to the monthly Q&A. There it is. Francis Hillcrest says, who is your favorite Sith Lord? Who is your favorite Jedi? That's easy. Darth Caedus and Jason. I'm kidding. No, I do like Darth Caedus. Would he be my favorite Sith? Maybe. That's kind of weird to think about, but I think he is. And favorite Jedi is Kip Durin, as always. Bernardo says, when are you going to let that good-looking dude from that island and that British guy back on the stream? Those dudes were awesome. Well, Luke from Down from the Attic is really awesome. He's been doing Ghostbusters Week, which he's been reviewing Ghostbusters games. He's a huge Ghostbuster fan, has all this amazing, realistic Ghostbuster equipment. The other guy that you're talking about who's on the island, I don't know if he makes YouTube videos anymore. All right, so VR says, what do I think about the cyberpunk genre? Don't really like it. Not a fan. Are you looking forward to reading Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson's expanded Dune series? That would be The Duke of Caladan. Yes, I can't wait, but I am going to wait because I like to wait till all 3 trilogies are done before I start reading. I am very impatient, and I do not want to read without the other 2 coming out. I just can't wait. I'm just so excited like that. I'm already, this is Firefly Generations by Tim Levin. I am 84 pages in. It's been a busy day. But I will finish this by the end of the week for sure. Tim Levin, who did Dawn of the Jedi, I was very interested. He does write in that awful third present tense, whatever you call it. I absolutely hate that. He's done it only twice so far, but it seems like that's his writing style. It really, it's not just Dawn of the Jedi, and it really distracts. It's a decent adventure right now. It's not my favorite book so far, but I 84 pages in out of 281. So I don't know where that is and percentage wise, but Tim Levin does have that awful writing style that he used a lot in Dawn of the Jedi, and that just breaks you out of the story completely. I absolutely hate that. But that's what I'm reading right now. That is Firefly Generations. Do you think there would be a limited number of published material pertaining to the Star Wars? Do you think there should be a limited number of published material pertaining to the Star Wars expanded universe? Well, there is actually. Both Marvel and Del Rey have a contract that only allows them X amount of stories every year. That's why they have to carefully plan them out, and that's why stories like Escape from Dagu, which was, completed, had the cover and everything ready to go, and then last minute they got the okay from George to do a Yoda story. They've always wanted to do a Yoda story. Yoda is usually off limits. So at the last minute, they canceled Escape from Dagu and brought out Dark Rendezvous. And you're thinking, why didn't they put out Escape from Dagu? Because they already had books planned out for the rest of their contract years, and they couldn't find a way to print it in. Even though they had it ready, they could not print. They can only print X amount of books. And that's always how Lucasfilm has licensed out their material. You can only do X amount of games and stuff like that too. Daniel Builds, I have a question. Do you like Monopoly games? Yeah, I used to play Monopoly all the time. It used to be one of my favorite games as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Don't play it anymore except for Monopoly Mario Kart. I think that's a fun game. There are a million different versions of Monopoly. There are some very interesting ones. A good channel to check out is Board Game Museum, my good friend Norm. That's what he is popular for. He's known for reviewing every Monopoly game he can get his hands on. And I'll be honest, they're not all the same, which is surprising to me because I used to think they were. And maybe back in the day they were, but now they do different types, different spins on the game. For me, all I have is Monopoly Mario Kart. I got rid of my other Monopoly game. Well, I gave away Monopoly game to another friend of mine. And I don't need to play Monopoly ever again. I just need to play Monopoly Gamer. I think that's good. It's a fast game. It feels like Mario Kart 2. It's really fun. Jedi Acolyte. Do you think there is a medium of Star Wars hasn't covered yet? Yeah. You look at what was it? Age of Rebellion. Hold on. I want to say it was Far Horizons, but that's not it. I don't see it here. Age of Rebellion. Stay on Target, Desperate Allies. I'm missing one. I want to say one dealt. Oh, maybe it's Edge of the Empire. Hold on. Yeah, Far Horizons on Edge of the Empire talks about how they were inhabiting new worlds. Now, it doesn't give you a story, sadly, because Fantasy Flight doesn't have that imagination. But it was interesting to think, oh yeah, like what about a shuttle rising up to the sky? And you're thinking, wow, they're not coming back till next year. What will we be like in 1 year? That's basically what is said in that Edge of the Empire RPG. And I was thinking, that'd be an interesting avenue. And that's the good thing about the expanded universe. There were several different exciting avenues they could have taken. So yeah, I think there's a lot that could have been covered. Next question: do you think that Star Wars OVA would be interesting to see? Sorry, dude, I could not figure out what OVA was. And what do you think happened to the twins from the Galaxy of Fear post Return of the Jedi? Someone help me out here, but I think it was in Wizards of the Coast, either the Unknown Regions or the Rebellion. I don't think it was the Rebellion era. Maybe the Unknown Regions. I'm trying to think. Galaxy of Intrigue. And one of those, I can't remember which one, but in one of those, they actually do discuss, and again, you can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong here, but they do discuss Tash and Zach Arinda, who they eventually went to the academy and became Jedi Knights later on. They lived on New Alderaan. They grew up on New Alderaan with Professor Hoole, their uncle, and then became Jedi Knights. I remember, I think that was in Wizards of the Coast RPGs. All right. Siberian Dream. Here we go. No Babylon 5 there. All right, he's got some Stargate questions here. What do you think? Who do you think wins, a Band of Jaffa or Klingon warriors? Man, that's really good. It'd probably be Klingon warriors, but I would cheer for the Jaffa. Do you like, just because the Jaffa are just so terrible, right, at times? Klingon warriors, I think, would be more battle ready. I don't know, but the Jaffa have those, they have, well, I don't know. That'd be a close one. I'm going to go with Klingons, but I cheer for Jaffa. Do you like Thor? Yes. Supreme Commander? Yeah, I absolutely think. Do you think he's better than MCU Thor? I don't know. I like MCU Thor too, but yeah, Thor and Stargate is just great. I love Thor. Did you know they named an asteroid after the first main villain of the first 4 seasons? Yes, I did know that. I did know that. Having advanced more into SGA, I want to ask, what do you think of the episode with Rodney developing superpowers to the point where he evolves to death? He gets superpowers. Stargate this is yeah, because he can do amazing things, right? I remember, is that when he gets that thing locked on him and he can't die? I can't remember. It sounds familiar. But yeah, anything with Rodney was good. Who do you prefer, Talak or Ronan? Oh man, I guess Ronan, because he's just so cool. Till I like them both. If I had to be pressed against the wall, maybe Ronan, because he's got a little bit more humor. What's your favorite Star Wars meme? Don't have one. Don't watch memes. Sorry. What do you think about? Well, who do you think is the best year for the EU in terms of passion and production? You know what? We answered this question a long time ago on a more civilized age. I want to say an old one. The best year. And I cannot remember why. I think I said 1999 because New Jedi Order had started. And, of course, the movie, Episode 1, had come out. So that was a big year. Another good one would have been, I think it's 97. Is that when Shadows of the Empire came out? That had been another good year because the EU got a big spotlight on it. Do you think Legends could have ever crossed over with another contemporary sci-fi or superhero series back in the day? I hope not. Do you know, once the pandemic is over, maybe we pay for a TV ad, only costs $6. Yeah, I know. We already have something in the works right now. That's a little bit different. I can't say anything about it because we haven't. It's when it takes legs and everything. I'm happily going to share it. But we already have an idea we're working on. Is one of the reasons we don't get more Legends because Del Rey or whoever holds the rights to publishing can only print so many books per? No, the reason we can't get Legends is because Lucasfilm won't allow it. Del Rey, I think, would happily publish Legend stories. In fact, Brian Borg has a better quote from him. But to him, if I recall, they sounded open. They'd love to do more Legends, but Lucasfilm wants new canon stories that promote the movies. Obviously, that makes sense. But I would wish they'd let them write at least one Legends book a year. I think that'd be great. And I know Del Rey misses all those sales. They used to have big giant sales. They don't have those now, and they're missing those old days. And I think they do feel, to be honest, I think Del Rey, I don't know if they'd admit it, but they do feel kind of jaded that Lucasfilm kind of spurned all their fans, because those were their fans. That's where they made their big money. And you just ticked off all of our expanded universe customers. You know, they're not buying the books like they used to. So I think Del Rey has a little bit of bitterness over that. Yubnub questions. What is Yubnub's favorite holiday destination? You're thinking the beach. There's a planet called Baloney Land. He really loves that. Why does Yubnub like baloney so much? It's not particularly high class. Well, neither is he. I can talk bad about him. He's not here. How does Yubnub and his son get along? When will Pocket be trained as a Jedi? He is 4 now, after all, or is he a Force blank? You know what? Pocket is gone. He's I lost Pocket. I tried looking for him. He is gone. I think my little girl took Pocket, and now he is gone. So he has left the coop. He has flown the coop now. I guess he's grown up now. 4 is like 24 in Ewok years. I don't know. Was Yubnub's mother the one blasted down with the AT-ST, where the second Ewok tries to rouse the other dead one? Yes, and we don't talk about that. Yubnub is very protective of that. Will Yubnub come down with COVID-19? I think he is patient number 0, but you know, please don't tell anyone that. Star Trek questions. What do you think was the best episode dedicated to the Doctor? Oh, dude, come on. For Voyager, that's tough. That's tough. I have no earthly idea. There's so many good ones. I don't know. I really don't know. I think because I really do think every episode about the Doctor was just marvelous. For instance, the one where he goes to that planet where he can sing, but then the singing, they want to hear more and just high digits, and then he thinks he's so big he wants to leave the crew and pursue this life of an opera singer, but they find out they're just impressed with whatever's new for that next minute. And you know, and then finally they don't care about him anymore. That was a good episode, but there's tons of Doctor episodes I could pull from Voyager. Just about every Voyager episode. The only good ones is the ones with the Doctor. Thoughts on Sisko's bombing of the Marquise colony? I know he warned them all, and who's taken the role Eddington had demanded of him, but it was still war crimes. You know, never mind that they evacuated. I'm for that. You know, I like this. Sisko was no nonsense. Sisko was a great lead for Deep Space Nine. The first episode, it was obvious he was trying to find his character, but after that, it was smooth sailing. And Sisko's, shoot, I mean, I like Sisko more than Picard. Can I say that? I do love Sisko. I think Sisko's great. I would say Kirk's finest moment is the piece of an utter destruction speech he gave. Do you remember that? Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot. I love the scenes when he and Bones are picking on Spock about being human. One of my favorite moments is when he fools Spock into thinking he's dead. I mean, Spock thought he killed him, and he didn't. He just comes up behind us. He said, "Thank you, Captain." And then Spock breaks for one. Jim. And then, "It's good to see you alive, Captain. It's surprising." He went, "Was that emotion, Spock?" "No, just a burst of blah, 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 that I was just perturbed." Yeah, it was great. It's great. It's great. Those are the best moments when Bones and Kirk are at the end, you know, jabbing on Spock, and Spock's jabbing right back. I love that camaraderie. The original series is my favorite. Yeah, but Seven could resurrect the dead with nanites, but never again. But we never, and then never again, as we saw with Neelix and the Mortal Coil. So, which do you think is worse between the reboot Khan, Smallville, Superman Blood? Oh gosh, that reboot of Khan, it's awful, awful, awful. Absolutely hate it. I got hair in my face. I got hair everywhere. There's actually an episode where Seven and the Doctor are the only crew members. So your idea has merit. Do you remember that episode? It's called One. Yes, and it starred the Doctor, so it's good. Battlestar Galactica, passing. Ooh, a lot of questions here. Harry Potter. Since you didn't answer the question last time, what's your favorite book? Mine is Goblet of Fire. Mine is the, is that the 4th one? Probably mine too. I think that's the 4th one. Yes, from the book, not Emma Watson, but I must be the only person in the universe who thinks Luna Lovegood from the book is also cute. What do you think of that? Perhaps we really need it. I think Luna Lovegood in the movie, I thought she was pretty. And Luna Lovegood in the book, I never thought was, I thought she was just odd looking, not ugly, but just odd looking. But I remember thinking, it's like, why'd they make her so cute in the movie? And maybe she's supposed to be a little loopy, but I thought she was really cute. And that just kind of confused me. And now she's grown up and she's gorgeous. So, but she looked better than Emma Watson in that movie, So I was like, why did they make Luna? They went with what they thought was best, but I didn't think she was, she acted odd looking, but she was still good looking. You know how Kaylee in Firefly, they kind of plumped her up. And that I like that. They made the actress put on weight for the role because I wanted Kaylee to be the every girl. And I love that. Made her seem more natural. Do you think that Harry would have ended up with Hermione instead of Ginny? Even J.K. admits this. I agree, since Ron Hermione wasn't executed well. Yeah, Ron Hermione was just kind of forced at the last minute. It wasn't built up. It was more leading to Harry and Hermione. But for some reason, I'll bet you anything, J.K. Rowling a long time ago wrote Harry and Ginny, and then totally forgot about it until the last book and went, oh, I got to get these two together. There was a little flirting here and there, but the relationship between him and Hermione were much closer. Now there is that scene when they're at the ball and Ron looks at Hermione and like, whoa, she looks good. And I thought that was a good start. But yeah, what's done is done. So I'm fine with Harry and Ginny. I'm fine with that. And then plus Ron's his best mate, so why not marry his sister? I don't know. Thoughts on Sirius Black? Do you prefer Sirius or Lupin? Really like Lupin. Sirius Black's a great character too, but if between the two, I guess Lupin. I like Lupin a lot. Besides Hogwarts, which magical school would you like? Would you like between? Oh, I don't know those two, Beauxbatons and Drumstrang. I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the differences of those two schools. Will you read Ringworld or Culture Book Series? Not right now. I won't. Don't have any plans to do it anytime soon either, to be honest. What do you think of the Neverending Story movies from the 80s? Loved it. The sequel is not that good, but it pays closer attention to the book. It's like part 2 of that book. And the third one with young Jack Black, do not watch it. Do not watch it. It was a joke. It's a joke. It's awful. It's him and the rock creature and his son singing, heading down the highway, looking for adventure. And you're like, wait, what? I'm not making this up. And the princess gets into the real world and she finds a credit card and she goes shopping. I'm not making this up. It is awful. It's an insult to the series. But the first one is the best. You don't need to watch the second one. I'll watch here and there. I just bothered me that Atreyu and Sebastian are different actors, but they had to because they made it so long in between. But the second one's not too bad. He fights the emptiness, I think. But the first one's classic. Favorite Jimmy Stewart movie? I love Harvey is good. Fly the Phoenix is decent, but it's got to be Wonderful Life. It's got to be. Ever thought of watching the 1990s cartoon Gargoyles? Yes, it's rated Y7 because it's a superhero action drama. But this had talent. Yeah, no, I heard it was really good a long time ago. On Saturday Morning Santa Flange, we talked about 90s cartoons, I think, and CJ mentioned Gargoyles to me. It was ABC's answer to Batman, the animated series. And he said it was really good, but just didn't get to end. So I don't know if I would watch it if I had it. I don't know. I don't know if I'd watch it, to be honest. I don't know. I think that ship has sailed for me. Favorite James Earl Jones movie outside of Star Wars or Field of Dreams? If it's Field of Dreams, well, it would be Field of Dreams. The Sandlot. There you go. Darth Prime says, would you have liked to have seen Infinity's comic books? And the answer is no. I'll just stop right there. I didn't like Infinities. I think I did a Matt chat about this on Star Wars, theexpandeduniverse.com. You can check it out. I don't like Infinities. Apparently, KOTOR 3 was about finding Revan and facing the Sith Emperor. Do you think this would have made an interesting premise for the canceled video game? Yeah, I do. I agree. Josh Farr, what's your opinion to think about the Clone Wars taking place 20 years before episode 4 as opposed to 30 years before, which works better in your opinion? To be honest, at first I was for 30 years. I'm fine with 20. It doesn't really bother me that much that it was George Lucas that changed the time. But I was fine with 30 years, having that stuff happen way before then, and then later on, Anakin having kids after he's gone through the Clone Wars, a little bit older. Put that they made it 20 years. It's okay, I guess. Carrying on from that, then the Thrawn trilogy, X-Wing series, and iJedi is made out the Clone books through about 30 years. Was this? Yeah, how was the contradiction resolved? If you recall, I actually mentioned this, I think, when I talk about iJedi. I think I did. That later on they talk about it was when the Noghri, remember the Noghri are recounting history in the Thrawn trilogy, and in Noghri years it was 30. It's weak, but basically George changed his mind. He told Timothy Zahn 30 years, and then the movies came out. He changed his mind. So the Bantam books had to adapt, and that's, I think, the only patch they ever mentioned on it. Do you think the Clone Wars should have been clones versus clones instead of clones versus droids? I thought it should have been clone. Originally, I think we all thought this. It should have been clones versus the New Republic soldiers. You know, clones just got out of hand, and they went nuts and went rogue and attacked the Republic. Am I going to get a reference in your star by star review? You'll see. I mentioned what we've talked about. All right, Michael writes, what kind of Star Wars video game would you want to develop? Dude, I can't develop video games, but I know they're going to make there's a rumor they're going to make Force Unleashed 3. That'd be nice. I just want to see the story finished off. Tell us more about your current popular music stream during the year 2000 on and off for future video production. Got nothing on that one. Sorry. Who's my most favorite female pop songwriter? Female. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't listen to much new music. I don't know. Sorry. I'm trying to think. I mean, I like Alanis Morissette, but she's not pop. Anyway, what's your take on Lucasfilm or on the National Strategic Missile Defense Agency Space Force Star Wars program during election 2020? Don't know anything about it. What's your favorite NASA popular entertainment production? Don't know anything about that either. Will you want to take Star Wars Expanded Universe on a car showcase? No. What do you think? What do you like to study more than science fiction subjects in various forms of culture? I'm a history buff, so I like reading about history. So historical things interest me. Right now, which actress have the best Star Wars fashion showcase online and various media production? Do not know. Don't keep up with it. But thank you for the questions. Quinlan Voss, here we go. What is your top 5 most reviled villains from Star Wars, not from the movies? I mean, and I read this, Quinlan, and I really thought that to be fair, they're not really reviled. You don't really, I mean, yeah, you don't like them. You want them to die, maybe the Vong, you know, but at the same time, they write these villains so well. It's not villains you love to hate. It's villains that you just like, oh, wow, I see that. I see their opinion. Ooh, they're awesome. You know, they're awesome in awesomely written characters. What we mean by that, like Thrawn. I mean, you don't hate Thrawn. You understand what he wants. And I thought, and even Admiral Daala, she aggravates you in the first Jedi Academy trilogy. So maybe I hated her for the longest. Then I realized, oh, well, we're supposed to hate her. She's supposed to be a screw up. That's who she is. But she always learns from it. And I didn't see that until, I guess, Darksaber. I started to see what they were doing with her character. I went, oh, so she fails, picks herself back up and gets bigger, but then fails again. It picks herself back up and does it. So I ended up liking it. And then this next question: what do you think of the Wikipedia's controversial page on breasts? I've never seen it, and I'm afraid to go on it now. What is your favorite carnation? Is it talking about Jabba the Hutt's the dancer with the 6 breasts? I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to know. When is your favorite carnation of Jason Solo? You liked him throughout, and you name every time he's been in the EU. New Jet Order through Legacy of the Force. I did not like his Young Jedi Knights version at all. I think I said that in the reviews quite thoroughly. But would you believe that my introduction to the EU was Scourge? That's really wild. And that's how we got you into the EU. That's amazing. I will never hear anyone else say that, I think. Scourge. I mean, it's not a bad book. It's just one that, as most forgotten, that'd be a great top 5. Most forgotten Star Wars books. Star Wars books that are never really mentioned that much. Scourge would definitely be on that list. I can think of a few more too. Do you think Ben was a worthy son for powerful Luke Skywalker. Yes, yes, I agree. And would you like to see more about Cade Skywalker and his offspring? Who says he has an offspring? We don't know. We don't know if he did or not. So, let's see here. Oh, hold on just a moment. Oh, no, it's fine. Oh, it's just the missus. Let's see. Good evening, Master Wilkins. Currently reading DC Black Label Harlan. Okay, right on. I'll show these. Forget. Hello. Boom. There we go. Everyone likes to see that. I like to see my name up there. So let me put it there. Hello. Perfect timing. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Hello there once again. I know. I did one yesterday because I just didn't want to sit around and watch that. Which we're still watching it today, I guess. I don't even know. I'm not paying attention. Okay. Yeah. I voted for Waru. Let's see. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. 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 We get through all these hellos. Hello. Hello. Ha 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 ha. All right, I'm gonna start skipping here. Try to be right on time. Hey, woo, hello there. No. No, I did not. I didn't respond back to that text. I'm so sorry. I just realized I didn't. I don't think I did. I'm sorry. It's very busy for me. Like I work all day and then I go straight to the theater and go there, then come home, put the girls in bed, go eat, and then either go to bed, read a book, do something quick within my empty time before I go to bed because the time changes, making me go to bed early. He'd make the EU great again. No, I have not, but I hear excellent things about it, Michael. All day long he wins. You know he does. That's pretty good because, you know, Waru could probably send Abeloth to another dimension. That's actually, you may be joking about that, but that's actually a pretty good battle there. But Luke did destroy Waru or send him back, so I guess Abeloth would too. I have no idea. Y'all, you crazy guys. What do you think of the title of Denny's trilogy could have been for the Anzali trilogy? Oh, man. I don't know. That's a great idea. Come up with titles to it. You can't call them snot vampires of the galaxy. I don't know. Blood Empire? I don't know. I wouldn't be good at that. Probably a normal hill. Not much for the fancy stuff. Like the normal. From Frank Miller's comic book. Yeah, that was really oh no, what was the throws a shape? What's that? So and so throws a shape. What's the name of that one? I can't. I know someone is going to say it. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, great. I'm glad you're enjoying the EU. Thanks, man. That's one of the best compliments I get. Hey, right on. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. For the twins, it's in an online hyperspace. Oh, was it? Okay, I thought it was a RPG. I remember reading it somewhere. That is my good friend Tony from Yuma, Arizona, which I went down to visit him one time, and I really did have a blast. I absolutely loved every moment. If I ever am by there for work, which looks like I'll never be back there again, since they changed my region. But if I ever back there, I'd love to go back. I'd love to go. I really did have a great time. Tony was ready for me to leave by the time it was over. I stayed for a long time. I didn't mind getting back super late, and I had work the next morning, but I didn't care. I was just so happy. I'm sure he had a fun time too. So true. So true. Agree with that. Least? I don't know. I don't know. Star Wars Illustrated. No, I like the Star Wars Illustrated universe. I don't know. I don't think I have one, Seth. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I don't think I have one. I think I like everything he's done in Star Wars. I mean, we have to go to short stories, maybe. But I even like his short stories. It's going great. It's going great. Oh, people, it's just great. It's great. That's all I can say. I'm getting good laughs. I'm getting good laughs. Um, see, I don't know that one. Currently reading Post Jaggers. Just finished. Oh, right on, right on. Those are fun. Those are fun. Ian, do you like pumpkin pie? I don't know why, but I love pumpkin pie. It's true. It's true. Well, the missus makes me pumpkin pie around the holidays, and she can make me as many pies as she wants to between now and Christmas because I love, love. It's my favorite type of pie. Love pumpkin pie. One every week. That's what I want. I eat the whole thing too, man. I'll eat half a pie sitting down. I'm not scared. I'll do it. Oh, Eckerd's Ladder by far. He has a great production. He's great. I should reach out to him again. I'm so behind. I'm so far behind. So he creates a better universe. Matt. Oh, I beat Callum. Come on, get out of here. I own. If here's the deal, if it's you said expanded universe content, I'm beating Ryan only because he's not focusing on that right now. But if he ever does, Ryan does good stuff. He does great stuff. Love Cisco too. Awesome. Scoundrels Cantina. He's here. Here we go. Here's a question. Sorry, this is so boring, right? I'm shifting through the comments. I'm so sorry. Trying to find questions here. Do you like Rambo movies? If you are, did you hear that he's making more Kombat? Yeah, you know what? I don't like Rambo. Isn't that weird? I love Rocky. I didn't like Rambo. I only saw the first three: Last Blood Part Two, and Rambo 3. I thought they were all. I was bored with them. My dad loves Rambo. He thought the fourth movie was the best. But I'm not a Rambo, and I love the Rocky movies. I like Sylvester Stallone, but Rambo just never did it for me. Hello, Alex. That's Spaceballs, and I love that movie too. Moonchild. You'll find out next week. There's a billion people, Johnny, who tell me the same thing. Is it on stream? Is it streaming somewhere? Is it streaming on Disney Plus? Oh, I don't have Disney Plus anymore. I got rid of it because I'm not going to pay for it. I had the free year subscription by Verizon. I was like, done. I hardly watched it anyway. I watched some of those Disney afternoon cartoons I used to watch as a kid, and then stopped watching. Robot Chicken Star Wars. That's a good one. Is it Nogray? That's Nogray. That's just how I pronounce them. Is it another name how you pronounce them? I've never listened to the audiobook, so I only know how it's said in my head. His favorite's the Unifying Force. Right on. I did. Smart aleck question, you get a smart aleck answer. Yeah, a lot of people didn't enjoy that one. I thought it was neat just because of the connections it made to the Marvel comic book, and I just didn't know they were going. You know, that's when I said, "Oh, they're going with both feet in on this." I remember calling Bruce and telling him that after reading it. What era of history? Civil War, maybe. Civil War. I think so. I think it's good. You wouldn't like this, but it'd be I'd use all 10 that would happen past Crucible. My Hut series I talked about. I don't know how many books that would go. And then I'd take more steps toward the Legacy comic book, like tying the two continuities together. If I had 10, that's what I would do. Yeah, she just came to get her charger. I thought she burst on in there. I thought I had to go take out the garbage or something. I was like, what? She just went, boom. Did you hear her? She did, boom. I was like, what? What's going on? Is there a fire? Riptide. Really? Crazy, crazy, crazy. If Kate were to have offspring, I would think it'd be through Delilah Blue. No, I like Delilah. I love Delilah Blue. I thought she was an awesome character. You know, they brought a Zeltron into the Legacy series. Like, that's awesome. And you know, it is stupid because for the first few comic books, I didn't realize she was a Zeltron. I was like, until I think she says it in like issue 3 or something. You know, we Zeltrons are always about. I was like, that's right, she's a Zeltron. I was like, oh, look at that. I was so stupid because I think the first book or issue, I didn't understand. I didn't get that. Does the Vong War count as one? I'm glad you got to make one of these too. I answered your questions earlier. Hopefully you were here for it. If not, you can always go back. I don't know how many. It was a lot. It was a lot. I think the Essential Guide to the Expanded Universe, Pablo Hidalgo, I think he tells you how many died at the end, I think. Yeah. Yes, you did. You did a vid. Yeah, guys, if you're not already watching Scoundrels Cantina, which you probably are, they do these characterizations where they just kind of run through characters and everything, and they're great. They're great. It's one of my favorite things about the channel, so it's really fun. So check it out. Check it out if you haven't already. You probably have. All right, let's see. It will be worth it. Just have patience. Don't rush. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I mean, the Hand of Thrawn duology is pretty good. I was gonna say Timothy Zahn's trilogy. You know, no, the Thrawn trilogy. Maybe the first story we get, even though it's not solely off Mara Jade, but choices of, like I said, choices of one. Yeah, that's not that good. They do in the comic book. They say it's hot chocolate? I don't remember that. Gosh, crazy. Bye, Tony. I probably missed you by now, but sorry. I did. You know what? Pecan pie. Don't like it. I love pecans, but not pecan pie. Never was a fan. Palpatine, but Trump would claim victory. And just for the sake of, you know, being a troll, I'd agree with him. Yeah, Race Squadron is really good. That's why you get that pumpkin pie. That's why I said something. You had the pumpkin, and I do enjoy it with whipped cream. Some people don't. They don't want whipped cream on it. I'm guessing you do. But do you like whipped cream on your pumpkin pie? Agreed, Seth. Good to see you, Seth. Haven't seen you in a while. I do love Boston cream pie too. Another great pie. Maybe my second favorite is Boston cream. I like apple pie, I like cherry pie, Boston cream pie, pumpkin pie is the best. Is there another pie I like? Mississippi mud pie is pretty good. That'd be probably fifth if I did top five. This is hair post pandemic, actually. That's great. Shut up. That's funny. Wow. That's funny. I would prefer a book because I like to read it. I don't really play. I did play the first one. I thought it was okay, but I'm not a video gamer anymore. And that's why I liked it. That's why I liked it right there. No, but I would take a short story. I would. You guys, can y'all tell them which video did I talk about that in? It seems like I did that on a more civilized age, like not this month. More Civilized Age coming out tomorrow with Luke from Scoundrels of Cantina and Dylan. Check that out. I did it. It was the last More Civilized Age. Watch that one. And whenever my mouth moves, you can start playing it. You don't listen to what Brian and Ryan have to say. How was it first? I don't know how it was first received. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a neat idea for a crossover. Some people didn't like it though. No, and again, I've spoken. I think I spoke about this on the last More Civilized Age 2, if I am not mistaken. And those are all good. I know of which you speak. It was awesome. Thanks for not spoiling. Oh, it's got to be the last Scoundrels, because he absolutely slaps AC Crispin in the face with the story. Absolutely. It's disrespectful. Apple first, then cherry. I like how we have this discussion about Star Wars and pie. I don't know. Anakin? Maybe. Yeah, maybe Anakin. Least interesting. Oh, look at that. Hello. That's interesting. Yep. Quality and I agree on that. It's just a slap in the face to AC Crispin's story. he basically just ignores it and runs. Doesn't ignore it, just makes light of it and acts like it wasn't that big a deal. It's really insulting. And just because he was a spoiled little brat and didn't want to change, he wanted Lando in his story, and he was told, "Well, if you have to do that, you have to do this." He's like, "Fine." He made up a stupid. It makes Lando look stupid and petty. It really does. Both of those words, stupid and petty. That's another. It if he cared so much about Lando, then he shouldn't have written Lando in it. A lot of people like The Mandalorian. Good to know. Like these comments. Shut up. Really? Ah, that's fine then. It flows really well. Really well. I would say watch my reviews, but it's all spoiler filled, so don't. Yes, but I wouldn't want to go any further past Legacy, to be honest. I'd like to go up to Legacy, and I'd like to complete the Legacy 2 storyline. But other than that, after I bridged the gap from Crucible to Legacy and then finish off Legacy 2, I'd want to go in different eras. I wouldn't want to continue going further and further. That's just me. I love Truce of Pecora. It wouldn't be a top 10, it'd probably be a top 20, maybe. I don't know, but Truce of Pecora is good. It's like I said, Kathy Tyers looked at things differently. She could have gone for the easy hit, but then she said, no, we're going to do this. We're going to do something different. And that's how even her short stories are like that. She's really an underrated author, in my opinion, in the expanded universe. I look like Skeet Ulrich from Scream right now. I'm just realizing that. But his hair was way cooler though. Mine's a mess. Yeah. I'm not the person to ask for KOTOR because I don't really know it as well. So I'm gonna pass on that one because I really don't know too much of it. They'll probably keep it just Legends. To be honest, well, when it comes to comic books, their comic books are pretty strong. So all their comic books are pretty good in the Clone Wars era. If it comes to books, I like MedStar. MedStar is one of my favorites. I really like it. I don't know if it's essential to read, but I really did enjoy MedStar. Oh, well, I guess Smee. I forgot about Smee. That's a good point. Go back and watch More Civilized Age for October. I lay it all down. I lay it all down there. Don't want to retread over that now. Definitely Karen Travis's. I'm not a Karen Travis fan, but that's just because the clone trooper and a Jedi falling in love felt like fan fiction to me. But definitely Karen Travis's instead of the awful twisted version that Filoni offers, which Mandalorian is contradicting, or so I'm told. Face and Beak are really good. Christopher. Yeah, I've heard that before. Best Thrawn book? Wow. No, a lot of it is in one big continuity. That's another reason why I love the EU. What's another underrated? I mean, MedStar definitely. Underrated, meaning a lot of fans don't like it. I like Darksaber. A lot of fans didn't like that. I thought Darksaber was really good. MedStar's great. Something that's really good. Is Honor Among I liked Honor Among Thieves. Is that underrated? That was that was the last Legends hardback that came out. I'm still looking. Had to move my Ewok. I don't know. Let's go with Honor Among Thieves. Or holy crow, look at that. Oh no. Oh no, out of order, out of order. I brought out the Shadow Games. So it probably took place around Shadow Games. Hold on just a moment, folks. Let me put this back in order. Chronological order as best I know how. What in the world? Must have came out the other day when I was showing it off. Yeah, I guess go with that one. Or what was the other one I named? Can't remember now. Underrated. I thought I named two. Gosh, brain work today. All right. Yes, like Jericho. Wish it would have continued. I mean, she wrote Balance Point, and she wrote a bunch of short stories for the Star Wars Tales trilogy. She was really good. And I think she may have done some stuff for West End Games, the Adventure Journal, too. You can look her up on Wikipedia, and it'll show you everything. I'm super close to this camera. Move this back a little bit. Enjoy it. Don't rush it. Enjoy it. Savor the moment. You name them Wold and Jiraiya. Huh. All right. I wouldn't know how to name someone, so I don't know. I mean, I would guess that iJedi sucks. That's probably the most. That's probably the most unpopular EU opinion. Is I hate iJedi, and everyone loves it. And I know I'm the minority in that. I recognize that. I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be Legends? I mean, they're probably not going to release a book about it, but would that book be Legends? Since the first two books would. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have to wait and see, I guess. I doubt it would be Legends, but I don't know. Yeah, I just recently talked about it. Yeah, it's good. Chris Nelson, that's his favorite book. Not even playing, it's his favorite book. Scourge is underrated. Oh, Scourge. Scourge is a decent one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick. It got someone into the EU. Wedge's Gamble is great. Yeah, probably both of those two. Piet and Nozzle. I have no idea. They told me that the Shadow Games hardback was going for 200 online. I have all the hard to find. I mean, if you want to, probably. I mean, even though it you know, what is it? Value is in the eyes of the beholder. It's this hardback of Heart of the Jedi, right? One of a kind, or one of very few. That went to print really quick before Lulu shut it down. There's a few paperbacks out there, and there's a few hardbacks. So it just depends. I mean, that one may fetch a pretty penny. So I don't really know. But, you know, I have a bunch of the Science Fiction Book Club ones, which I'm sure they can. And I have the entire Junior J Knight series. So it's hard. Rarest. Oh, that's not hardback, though. So it's hard for me to tell because I don't check eBay because I have it all. But I got it when it came out, folks. That's why I have it. Ah, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Honor Among Thieves was good. Razor's Edge, no. And the thing is, it had potential. I was excited to see Razor's Edge. And I was like, I'm bored. It's really a forgettable book. Yes, I have. I have. Stuff continues from a comic book. I'm not as wild about it. I mean, it was fine, but not as wild about it. But I have read them. Oh gosh, I'm not the guy to ask that. I mean the Star Wars Adventure Journals, they're really hard to find altogether, but they have short stories in them that I think are really good. And if you want to get a particular, like Wizards of the Coast, Fantasy Flight, or Fantasy Flight's can be the cheapest to find because there's not that many that the first few took place in Legends, then they switched over to canon. And then the ones I like the best are the West End Game ones, but that's a lot of West End Game stuff. It's going to be expensive. And I'll be honest, this whole collection that you see right here, if you can see it all, that was paid for by I write dinner theater scripts, and I made tons of money off that, and that's where the money went. I spent it all. I was getting like $1,000 a script basically after it was all said and done, and I just spent it because these I had to buy, online and everything. I had to track them. The Wizard of Coast ones are really expensive, but I found a lot of them for good deals here and there. But yeah, that's what bought that shelf there. uh, uh, everyone talking donuts now. Blech. I don't like Last Jedi. I think I've already said that though. That's fine. Oh, I have a feeling they're gonna give it to Trevor, but I'd be rooting for DeGrom. Of course, I would. Right? Thank you. Baseball question. Love that. What do I think about the Dodgers winning? How can you celebrate being hot for 2 months? I mean, congratulations to the Dodgers. Not trying to shortchange them, but it just felt like this is the season we really can't celebrate because you can get hot for 2 months and then fall right off. So it's all you got to do is stay hot at the beginning of the season to win a World Series, and everyone's super healthy because no one had to play a whole season and they didn't get injured at the end. Anyway, I'm sorry. No one likes me talking about baseball. Need to do a baseball podcast with Dylan again. We did that. I wanted to do more of those once we did them. I just got too busy, but I love talking baseball. All right, on. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Dude, you're in the majority. Everyone loves iJedi. I just don't. That's just me. Really, I'm surprised by that too. Because to be honest, a lot of people I know love iJedi. Love. I knew that was gonna anger a few people when I did it. So my other one is I didn't like Karen Traviss in her Republic Commando series. That would be another one. But that one didn't go over as bad as I thought it would. A lot of people kind of agreed to me. But I had a good friend of mine who was like, oh, because the whole time I talked Republic Commando with him, and there's some good stuff in there, but overall I didn't like it. Oh yeah, I want art from more of the novels. That's the one reason I like Pablo Hidalgo's book on the expanded universe companion. I think the Reader's Companion is very good. Yeah, I read them all. The ending, not too pumped about. I thought it kind of want ending, but that's how he wanted to end it. Robert Kirkman wanted to end it that way. I don't want to give spoilers, but I just didn't like it. I mean, the last comic book takes place years in the future. I get it, but why? If you're gonna do one whole comic book issue about the future, and it's based off a trial, right? And you're like, that's how you want to end this? It's really weird ending. Probably should have ended the comic book before, but of course everyone would have been pissed because of character death. Spoiler. Wow, enjoyed Razor's Edge. Boo. Of course, your Princess Leia was great.
Good. I wouldn't want to write for Legends again. None of the above. None of the above. You suck. Stig man. Stig man. Love you. Oh, really? Someone put it up for wow. That's wild. Start Trek podcast. Trek podcast. You know, I used to get out of here. Get out. I'm gonna throw at you. Gotta throw it. Throw the ball. You get the guy cheating Astros. Anyway, yeah, I used to. Rich Hanley and I would talk. Oh gosh, once a week or so. When I was watching through them all last year. I'd call Rich, and we would just talk. He's a big Trek fan, and we would just talk. And he loved. I said, Am I bothering you, calling you about every? It was like every couple episodes. No, I love talking about this. And he would try to defend Voyager. And I was like, Voyager is garbage. And I told him about some of the episodes, why it was garbage. He was just laughing. Okay, that was kind of cheesy. But you got to admit, Tuvok was good. I said, no, he wasn't. Tuvok sucks. And we go back and forth on that. He's the reason I watched the Star Trek Discovery miniseries, the 4 little mini episodes, and then some of season 2, but I could not get past it. It was so bad. And I did watch the Picard, but he got busy, and it was right around the pandemic, and I just didn't have time to talk to him about it. That was a thing. I mean, no one got started. The season just started and ended. The trade deadline was like 30 days into the season. It just didn't feel like baseball this year. And I love baseball, but just didn't feel like baseball. In fact, I did not watch every game of the World Series. It was the first time in a long time. I watched a few games here and there. Dylan's going to be pissed. He's like, Dylan thought I was watching the whole. Usually I do watch the entire World Series, but I watched game 1. I was like, I think I let game 2 go. Game 3 I watched. Game 4 I left. Game 5 and 6 I came in. Yeah. So I skipped like two of them. I just wasn't my heart just wasn't in it this year because it didn't feel like a real season. Dude, you had like 2 days to get that. That thing was quick. I ordered it because I saw it. And I was like, oh, I want that. And then like 2 days later, wasn't it? It was like gone. And I was like, oh no. But my order went in where a lot of people ordered it that day, got it canceled. You're welcome, Al. Can I call you Al? You think about it. Yeah, it got better. I agree. Yeah, I have a lot of patience. And the sad thing is, those things are sitting in someone's closet or attic, right? And they don't even know. It's at their mom's house, and they don't even go back and look at them because they don't think they're worth anything. And there are people who would pay good money for those. And I really wish they would reprint them, but I don't think anyone's interested in reprinting Weston game stuff. I don't know if they can. I don't know how the rights work on that, but they should. They should. The Weston game, the Adventure Journals were really fun. No, I am not. The sock. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, Stig. I'd use a feather pillow. Anyway, you know, I think my buddy has them on DVD. If he still has them on DVD, I'll borrow them from him. I had none of them. None of them. They're all, I don't remember a single, I know who they are, but I can't remember a single name off the top of my head right now. I don't think they were very well defined. Yes, if I was to read Lost Tribe of the Sith again, I'd probably remember their names, but right now I don't remember a single one of their names. So Shows you. I mean, the story is okay. I can't come down hard on those because they were free, right? And I appreciate John Jackson Miller giving us free fiction. And I appreciate them putting it on a paperback. I bought it. Not just for the extra story, but I bought it just because it was in paperback. I really appreciate everything. But was the story great? It bounced around. I know why I did it, but it bounced around to the future, and you never got time to invest in any of those characters. Let me talk about more about that when I get to Legacy. I mean, it was okay. Like I said, I didn't watch many of the playoff games either. This was a weird year for me because I wasn't into baseball because it didn't feel like baseball after the first 2 weeks. I mean, sure, my Mets were sucking it up, but I was like, this doesn't feel like baseball. It felt fake. Other than Spider-Man comics, whether none right now. I sold all my Marvel collection. So just the Spider-Mans. Yeah, I don't have anything else but just the Spider-Mans. I'm a DC guy myself. Well, okay. If you're talking about, I'm sorry, I thought you meant the John Jackson Miller one. So yeah, the story would obviously be my favorite. I'm sorry, I thought you meant the John Jackson Miller short story series. I'm sorry. There's probably a million comments like, no, I didn't mean that, Matt. So sorry about that. Yeah, but I was thinking like when Lucas died, I thought he'd pass it down to his kids, and his kids wouldn't know what to do, and so they'd probably sell it to someone, and then they would reboot. I knew eventually, but I was hoping I'd be old and gone, not caring by then. But if Lucas still would have been around, we wouldn't have gotten movies, so people would have been upset by that, but we would have gotten more EU, which I would have been fine with. Look at that. Look at that here. Look at that. Look at that. That is, say. I told someone it looked like a squire from the 16th century. Yes, sir. I'll get your sword and shield. Shall I carry it? Okay. Go away. Go away. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. I love Lando. He's too perfect. Yes, he can't do telekinesis. He can't move stuff around, but he's smart. And he's Corsac, so yeah, he would be smart, but he's smarter than everyone. He's more powerful than everyone. I don't mind him, but he's a little too powerful for me. Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn. That's a great matchup, but Qui-Gon Jinn. No, don't have Reddit. Sorry. Too old. Oh, well, yeah, I definitely would have liked more short stories from John Jackson Miller to flesh out those characters. I definitely agree we should have had that. There is isn't there a Star Wars Tales of a young Leia with Winter? Correct me if I know there's Star Wars Tales of young Leia, but is there one where she's with Winter? They may not be. There may not be. Young Leia, yes, but and that's Star Wars Tales, and those aren't good. But Winter, maybe. Really? Don't pay attention to the NFL. Oh, if Lando's in it, then yes. Absolutely. I'm going to let that comment stay there. Most underrated forceability? Underrated. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I like Quinlan Voss's where you can touch something and see the past of it, that object. That was kind of cool. You missed this earlier. I said New Jedi Order. Yes to all the above, but it'll never happen. Wilpons need to go. Wilpons need to give up ownership of the Mets. Cannot stand the Wilpons. Billy. I did look worse than a skater. Look like A grown Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Don't know anything about that, so don't know. No, I have not. Not big into video games. Whoops. Am I anywhere getting close to the end of this? No. Was there one? Okay. Could remember Padme, just a Force image. I think that's it. As a child, I think that's all that, and I don't know where I got that, so I don't quote me on that. I can't, if I can't pull up a reference, then I don't want to say anything. I think it was just like a Force image that she took of her mother when she was a child, and that's all she could go by. I don't recall. Oh, no. It's in Black Fleet Crisis. It's in Black Fleet Crisis when they're asking about the mother, and he's going to search for the mother, and he talks to Leia. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think he does. He said, "What do you remember about our mother?" He went, "Look, it was just an image. I was young." She didn't say how young. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I do not want to be making up something. Dang it, that sounds familiar, though. But I don't want to make it up. So if I'm wrong, let me know. I don't want to make anything up. Ewoks. Come on, dude. Come on. No. Never heard of him. I'll have to check him out. What should I read before reading Luke Skywalker and the Shadows of Mordor? I mean, you don't have to read it, but the I don't remember what comic issues they are, but it's the Marvel comic book series. You don't have to read it though. But it's neat because after reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, they did this and whatnot. So that's really they connected a Shadow Spawn. What's his name? Goodness gracious, what's wrong with my brain tonight? What's his name in Marvel? Black Hole. Got it. All I do is close my eyes. Don't think about it. I think too much about it. Besides the Bane, any books I should jump straight into? I'm new to reading books. I came over from games, got back all year. Besides, I would always start someone on Thrawn. I mean, it depends. If you like the Old Republic, which it sounds like you do, then you can go Deceived from Paul S. Kemp is really good. I really like that one. And then if you like Post Jedi, Truce of Bakura, if you want me to give you alternatives to the ones you mentioned are the best ones. But if you want me to give you alternatives, yoink, Scoop! He even got the green shirt going on. Didn't even realize that. Look at that. That is awful. Watch. Look at this. Look at this lion's mane here. Look at that. Look at. Oh my gosh. It is tied for the longest my hair has ever been. Because if I remember right, back in 2005, I had it to my ears. Ooh, I might have had it a little bit longer. Might have had a little bit longer, but it's getting close to the longest it's ever been. No, you do not like Red Harvest. Get out of here. What's up, Vinny? Vinny's been doing some Halloween board game reviews late after Halloween, but I swear it was a few years ago. I tried to get that Nightmare on Elm Street game for my wife, and then it just got too high. I got outbid at the last minute. I was like, I'm not paying that much. It looks nice. I like the 3D version of it. Nah, I hope not, Ian. I hope yours looks a lot better. I don't pay attention to the new canon, although I don't mind if anyone else loves it. It's just not for me. This was Star Wars for me, the old expanded universe. But I'm happy people are enjoying it. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, so I'm happy. Thoughts on Kyle-Katarn's a great character, and he is underused in the EU. He should have been in comic books and books. It would have sold like hotcakes. I don't know what they were thinking. Kyle-Katarn was very popular. I read the first 2 Halo books. I was really big into Halo, and I read the first 2 Halo books, and they were good. Flood, and I can't remember what the Reach, Fall of Reach, I think. I don't know who that is, but I'll have to look him up after this. Shadow Spawn. Sorry, Chronal. Yeah, Chronal. That's right. Yeah, I can see where that'd be a little strange. Oh, I have gone over an hour. What the heck? I was trying to get to the bottom of these chats. I can't. Y'all have blown up the chat. Dark Woman to see that. Yeah. No, she has. I need to show it to her, Vinny. We've been really busy lately. But I did enjoy your review. Yes to all that. I always enjoyed a comic book version or novelization from a comic book. That's how I enjoyed the video games a lot. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I did reviews on those. If he's who I'm thinking, that's the Jedi Master from don't tell me the Old Republic. Is it Old Republic? The Knights of the Old Republic comic book? Where's that? Oh gosh, hold on. See, it's the one from Brain. Gone. Sorry, I'm not gonna try anymore. Yes, I'll just say that, I guess. If it's who I'm thinking it is. Favorite Jedi? Already said it. Cornhorn, say it again. No, it's what is it? Come on. What's the name of the comic book series? Ugh. I don't know. Again, it's Deceived. I love Deceived. Would have been a good choice there. Get back to doing videos, please, or reading your Waddington book. You can send me that Waddington book if you want to, Bernardo. I'll read it. I'll read it and tell you all about it. How's that? Yeah, but isn't he in a comic book series? Dark Times. Goodness gracious, thank you. That was it. Yes, he was great. Dark Times. No, I don't think so. I didn't like it. Good night, Kobe. You don't know that. Go ahead and give me it. That's awful. That's awful. I don't even know why I did that. Why I highlighted that. It's awful. Horror shows from the expanded universe. I mean, horror book would be Death Troopers. I think it's great. And there we go. Dark Times, one of your favorite comic book series. It is a good one. Yay! Made it to the end. Yeah, I got to go. This has gone a little bit too far for me. But anyway, thanks, guys. It's been a lot of fun. I'm sorry it's been a lot of me reading comments and stuff. That's kind of boring. But remember, a more civilized age with Scoundrels Cantina and Dylan from the Twin Suns Foundation. It's going to be great. The board game I'm going to review is, I just played it tonight, Rajas of the Ganges Goodie Box number 2. Didn't even know they made a Goodie Box number 2 and found that out, got it, and that's going to be the review for this Friday. It's the only video review on YouTube about it, unless someone posts something tomorrow. I'll be the first one to post something on it. That's coming out Friday. And then, of course, another Saturday morning Sound Flanging. Look out for some more New Jedi Order reviews. I'm going to make it through almost all of it. The New Jedi Order reviews will end sometime 1st of December. And then we'll go into the Dark Nest trilogy and then straight into Legacy of the Force. of course. So those reviews will start at the end of the year and the beginning of the year and end probably at the first of the year. So it's going to be some interesting, fun stuff. Hey guys, have a good evening. If you're living in the U.S., don't worry about who's going to win. Who cares, right? Who cares? The world's going to go on. If your candidate doesn't get picked, oh well. Don't worry about it. Don't let that ruin your day. Don't let that ruin your life. Don't let that ruin the next 4 years for you. Don't complain. Just move on. There's other things to worry about. But guys, take care of yourself. Take safe. Have a great time. And I guess I'll see you later on.